slash season 2, right? One thing I just don't get is how does we not know that there's a second Earth? Like, that's dumb. Anyway. Like, this is, so basically, after season 1 I did, so, episode 1 is a bit, 6 months after the fighting of the routine flashes spirit of those their lives and he's fighting against. It's basically just a regular episode, just fighting merry humans, right? And then second episode we learn I think it's the first episode we learn about. Anyways, Earth 2 is basically Earth, but I think better. Anyways, here we go. A speeder from Earth 2 warps the team about the evil speeder named the Zoom, which is a dumb name. Anyway, who's this? Oh, Cisco has more. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you. In season 2, episode 1, we learned that Cisco has powers. He can see basically, like visions, and then his superhero name's 5, but we don't get to that till like episode like 5 or 10. Anyways, visions, one of which led to sand dimension. Yeah. Anyway, that is just Anyways, anyways. So the second episode is basically the free Mr. Frost's first sister. He got a mark. She got a mark, not from being an evil person, being a daughter. And then his dad put mini tiny bombs, and then she tells Cisco to put pressurized air, but they find out that air make her explode. So then pressurized air doesn't make it explode, but that's dumb. Anyways, yeah. So after the events of the last episode of season, I think 1, Ronnie is dead. So then they have to find another person because that old guy he needs to he's basically dying because he needs to fuse with a person that can do Firestorm. Anyways, yeah. And then legit. Yeah. So then they find one guy who's all sciencey. They think it's perfect, but then it doesn't work. You kind of see fire, but then it doesn't work. But then that makes him go fire age, and then he's a meta evil human. And then they find another guy that is a mechanic. He can build. First he's like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. But then he's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And then boom, Firestorm. And then they also find a shark man. Say a man and shark. Anyways, yeah. And then one thing I don't get, how come we only learn about Earth 2? Then Dr. Wells is like, oh, I'm not from Earth 1, I'm from Earth 2. And then Skull Ramon, and Caitlin Snow are both evil. One's name, now we call them doppelgangers. The doppelgangers for Caitlin and Cisco are both evil. But, okay, the doppelganger for Cisco has glasses and he can shoot, I think, waves. Anyways, and Caitlin Snow's doppelganger is Captain Mrs. Freeze Frost Foot, and then there's and Cisco. I mean, and then what something makes no sense is that Dr. Wells from Earth 2 has a daughter, and yeah. And then this is a guy who can stop time. This is that person, like he freezes times, and then he killed because his wife didn't want to live with him, and he wanted divorce, and then I think killed her and put her in something, and then she was in to Barry Allen's new girlfriend. It's like all the first it's Eddie, now it's there's a girl, I forget the girl's name. Right, and then another speedster comes from the Earth 2, but that speedster is the past self of Zoom, and then Zoom is this took a speedster's name from Earth 3, which we get more of in season 3, which I'm like almost not even done, but anyways. And then they have to try to escape from Earth 2 because Zoom's just loves to break everything. And then we see a guy, and you see a guy with a mask, and then we don't know who his name is. And then yada. Zoom, so the guy we know as Zoom, he's dying because he took the speed drug, but then so when you're electing into his blue, that means you're dying. And then the speed force is mad at him, which we know is a thing now. And then the flash to the 21st episode of season 2. Barry, they want to give his speed back because Zoom stole his speed. It's like, my speed now. Thank you very much. And then, I don't know, Dr. Wells from Earth 2 betrayed them by putting this thing in Barry's, the lightning symbol on his thing. And then steals his speed to give it to Zoom, and then he does the same thing to give it all to Zoom, and then they're like, let's make the particle accelerate, but only to Barry. And then he goes in a flash force, and then sees everyone, his mom, his dad, and Iris. I think, and Joe too. Yeah. And then finally in episode 23, he runs so fast that there's two of him, not just a mirage, like actually two of him. And then there's, I think, his person, and then the second version of him dies, but it's okay. He's okay. Duh. And then yeah. And we learned that guy in that mask in Zoom's jail is a speedster from Earth 3, which is the doppelganger of Barry's dad, which also died. Zoom killed him right in front of Barry because his mom killed his. Anyways, so a bit of backstory on Zoom. His father killed his mother in front of him. He had to go to an orphanage, and then he became a psychopath, killing a lot of people. And then when the particle accelerator exploded, basically, literally, yeah. And it exploded. The lightning with the chair made him a speedster, but he's an evil speedster. Yeah, and he pretends to be good, and then he's sick of that, so he's like, you know what, I'm not going to be good anymore, and then he doesn't be good. So yeah, thanks for watching. Oh no, sorry, I'm joking. And then Iris and Flash kiss on the last episode, but then the last episode, he's like, sorry, I was right after the kiss. He goes back in time and catches his reverse Flash from killing his mom by killing him, and then the past future himself that went back in time to show his mama's identity was gone. And then coming up in a season 3 rant. I'm not gonna do like every episode. I'm just gonna do like, the main highlights, like everything I remember. So see y'all later. Goodbye. Letting you know what episode. I'm on an episode 3. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to tell y'all. There's a girl speedster, but she was taking too much of the speed drug, Velocity 9, and then she evaporated because she took her. That's how we learned that blue speed means you're dying, because she had blue speed and she. And I hope we learn about Earth 3 so I can random like I know there's multiple Earths, but like